Good morning, Dr. Gary here on the road. We are dental practice brokers nationwide. We sell dental practices. Today's topic is the big question. When should a buyer purchase and when should a seller sell? I'm often asked this question. Hopefully I can clarify it today. Now, our company doing dental practice brokerage has been around now for 13 years. I was a dentist for 25 years. And we have 10 employees now, including 2 CPA accountants. And we're available to you 363 days a year. We work every day except Christmas and Easter. So please feel free to call us. We're available from 8 a.m. East Coast time to 9 p.m. East Coast time. So give us a ring and we'll be happy to talk to you. Our number is 201-663-0935 and our contact info is nationwidedentalpracticebroker.com or dentalpracticeguide.com. But you can reach us. We'll be happy to chat with you. Now, everything you're about to hear today is for entertainment purposes. It's not legal or business advice. Also, if you're thinking about selling to a DSO, we can help you there, to a large corporate entity. And if you're a larger practice, we can help you with that. We have our choice. We don't work for them. We're independent, but we have our choice of which DSOs to recommend. And we try to work with the most reputable ones that have been around the longest, that will also survive next problems, pandemic and or bank problems or whatever, financial issues. They will survive. They will often pay our commission, so there'll be no commission to you as a seller. And if you work with us, many times I can get your legal fees reimbursed upon a successful closing. So please give us a call and we'll be happy to work with you on that. So anyway, today's topic is, when should you buy, when should you sell? The answer is, frankly, you can't predict the future. I want to start with the young buyer that spoke to me today, telling me how much money he could have made. Actually, he was offered $248,000, but he had to go to sort of a rural area. $248,000, wanted a 2-year commitment, and they wanted him to move out of the area. Now, he had to go to more of a rural area, but that was the offer. That's a lot of money. And he said to me, gee, look, I could just work there. I don't have to buy a practice. And I said, yes, but there's other issues you have to take into consideration. One of those issues is disability. You could be disabled and have nothing going on. Yeah, you're making big money, but you get hurt on Friday and you go to work on Saturday morning or Monday morning, you have no income coming in because you're disabled. And you think nothing's going to happen to you, possibly. Well, let me explain what happened in this one situation. Just about 24 hours ago, I'm on the highway going into Manhattan. It's around 10 o'clock, after rush hours, that is. And suddenly, the guy in front of us puts his flashers on and is driving erratically. Well, I'm not trying to figure out what's going on here. He really slowed up, and I just wanted to, kind of get away, and I don't know what was going on. So he rapidly pulled off way off the side of the road. I went and I passed him, and I kept going. I looked at my rearview mirror, and you wouldn't believe what happened. A shovel was stuck in his windshield like a spear. I mean, I couldn't believe it. Part of the shovel head was still sticking out. I think the guy was okay. I have no idea. But you ask about, well, why can't I just wait to sell? Why can't I wait to buy? I'll just wait. Yeah, there's a reason you can't wait. It's because crazy things happen. The unpredictable happens. I mean, we do have other disabilities that I often report here, like his dentist just died 2 weeks ago, and his practice was a busy practice. And now they're reaching out. We got to sell it right away. Well, it's a headache now. So this buyer could have been that driver in that car, and his whole life would have changed. Had he owned a practice, the driver, okay, he could have hired an associate, hired a part-time dentist, keep the practice going that he owned. But if he worked for somebody else and got hurt, well, he's not going anywhere. He cannot work Monday morning. You say, why can't I wait? I'll just wait. I could make $249,000 working for somebody else. No headaches. Yeah, you have no headaches until you get hurt and you can't make any money. And disability is not going to pay you everything. Not going to pay you $249,000 a year. That's not happening. So they're only paying you a portion. So you need disability anyway. Don't get me wrong. But you've got to understand that these things happen in the last minute. So when the buyers say, I got a great salary, I have no problem, why should I buy a practice? That's why. Because it's instantaneous. We had another buyer. He had all the answers, really like a football guy and tough guy. He decides to play rugby one weekend, and he gets double vision. Couldn't go to work on Monday. The double vision lasted, luckily for him, only 6 months. But he made no money. He didn't have disability insurance. Stuff happens. And I deal with this on a daily basis. It's happening all the time. And you've got to recognize this and be prepared for it. And that's some of the things that go on with us on a day-to-day basis. So I'm trying to get through to you. I try to get through to the sellers. So a seller, even more so, they've had many years of productive service, right? And suddenly they're more apt. Now, they're more apt to get a disability from a health disability than anything else. Or they could have this shovel through the windshield of your car. That could happen, all right? But either way, it's instantaneous disability, short-term disability that happens over a period of time, but then goes into long-term disability and you can't work anymore. So the answer to your question is, as a buyer, you move rapidly and buy a practice. Check out everything. Don't wait. You're not going anywhere being an associate. Yeah, you make more money. I understand that initially, but it's no long-term. You get no write-offs, and all of your money's getting taxed at 37%. And seller, you can hang on. How long are you going to hang on for? Because you could get disabled. You could have the shovel in your windshield in your car. Or like the others, as we said, in the last 60 days, we had a fellow didn't wake up, dentist at 59 years old, never woke up in the morning. We have to deal with the spouse. We had a dentist that had cancer but was feeling pretty good, continued to work. He died 2 weeks ago. They're calling us, rushing around trying to buy the practice. We had the fellow out west that had a headache at work and goes to the hospital. They tell me he has brain cancer. Can't go back to work. And then we had a female doctor, end-stage cancer, no symptoms, and they're running around trying to sell the practice. Believe me, we see it all the time, but if you want to have an impact on me, that just happened the other day, less than 24 hours ago, a shovel stuck in your windshield. Think about it. I mean, that's what you have to start considering. I don't try to be a gloom doomer. I'm not trying to just do this to sell a practice. We're busy enough. But take some advice. You can't predict the future. And as of 24 hours ago, you absolutely can't predict the future. Who would have dreamed about that?